people? This is CornaStore podcast. Make sure you subscribe, like, comment, and share the content. Episode
What's
30, Super
what's
Bowl
up, big?
Sunday. How you doing, man?
Super
Super
Bowl
Bowl
Sunday,
Sunday.
man. I'm good. I'm good. CB out there, so you know I'm good.
Yeah, I know, man. Early this morning, I just did like a very minimal like shoveling of snow off the sidewalk. I mean, it's literally ice outside, so
Yeah,
it's nothing but
yeah.
ice. But I just had to make a better walkway up the door because we got like a sitter coming over from 48, so just so that I could kind of be uninterrupted watching the game, and Cassie she could do her own thing.
Right. So you
So
can have your me time.
oh hell yeah, and I got some gumbo brewing right now since 8 o'clock. So
Ooh,
I got a slow cooking for 8 hours, so it'll be done by 4.
it'll be done, G. That's what's up. Sound good, G. We
Yeah.
just doing the pizza and the wings. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Little something. Ain't nothing too big this year. But shit, nigga, we here, man. What's up? What's going on? Talk to me.
Yeah, man. I wanted to talk to you brothers. Hopefully the other two will join us shortly, but um, I saw this interview about his brother. His name is Mr. Lucario. And
Okay.
if you are like affiliated with like Black YouTube, you probably heard his name before, but he's like a dating and game coach, right? So he
Okay.
basically said in his interview how him and his wife are in an open marriage. So he can pretty much do whatever he wants. She can even do whatever she wants. Now, this is a like a non-swingers situation. So like at any given day, she could do her thing, he could do his thing. So, but hey, they got to understand that he runs his ship the way he runs his ship. Also, I was like, you know what? This guy's kind of cut from a different cloth. I mean, this is some prehistoric Neanderthal, caveman, barbarian, Viking type shit. Because, like, if you think about it, like back then, everybody was for the streets. You know what I'm saying? The only reason why it's different now is because we have our moral fiber, we have our consciousness, our feelings, because we are tied to our women. If we marry that woman, if she's our fiance, our girlfriend, I mean, we are literally taking ownership of the pussy.
That's our
But
possession. Yeah.
right, but if you
Yeah.
got this mindset of okay, we're in open marriage, she's literally for the streets. She's not just for you, right?
Nah,
So
she not just for you, man.
so I'm kind of curious to like get y'all take on that. So like only a small percentage of men in this world can like handle that. I can't imagine how that feels like. But as far as in your opinion, what okay, like first of all, let me ask you, do you think that you can ever do something like that? Or like do you even know people like that?
Well, I know a couple that's like that.
Okay.
And even me and my wife was saying like they don't love each other at
Oh,
first.
oh really?
We said they can't be married. That's not a marriage.
Mm-hmm.
But I look back at it and me knowing the people and I've been knowing them for honestly, we'll say about 4 or 5 months now. And I'm just keeping an ear to what they do and this and that. And I've talked to the wife more than I talk to the husband, but me and the husband, we pretty cool too.
Mm-hmm.
If it works for them, it do. I can honestly say I I don't think you say it's a small percentage of men that can handle it.
Right.
And I guarantee you, whatever you think your percentage is probably lower than that
Oh,
of
okay.
men that can handle it.
Right.
Because no matter when it comes down to it, men want to conquer, women want to love. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so if I love you, I conquer you. This is mine. When you conquer something, it's over with. I took care of that. That's mine.
Mm-hmm.
And then a man goes somewhere else. A woman, on the other hand, she doing it. She might say she doing the fuck or something like that, but women are always more emotional than we are.
Okay.
And we know this. We know this as a man. We
Right.
know you more worried about her attachment
Right.
with this dude.
Right.
Or
I
if this
mean,
dude finna come conquer, if this dude, because if all men conquer, how he gonna conquer my shit?
now is it more of a situation which you worried about like another man literally owning her mind versus the actual act itself?
Exactly.
Oh
I
wow.
don't think
Okay.
with men, and I'm speaking for a lot of men that I know that I done spoke to or been in these type of situations. It's not about them fucking because we over here fucking everybody having a good time and situation comes to that. But in the back of your mind, you know that's my wife,
Mm-hmm.
and you looking like, damn, you know this other nigga really giving it to her. I'd have been in situations honestly with a woman. We might have had a threesome, and they were like, if this bitch moan again, I'm gonna be upset.
Oh, okay.
It's
Okay.
one thing to make that other woman moan, but when the shoe on the other foot, and now your wife moaning to this nigga,
Niggas can't handle that.
gee, that's the hardest pill to swallow,
I
man.
know. I know.
That pill gets stuck right about there, and it won't go down. Gee, it's right there in your throat. Gee,
You
it
probably
won't
can't
go.
talk for a week after that.
You can't. Y'all will be together. Y'all, you could both have had honestly a good time with the situation with the open marriage or the swap. It's one. Oh, and I'll tell you this: it's one thing if a nigga in there, if you're in the room while it's happening, but if you're not even in the room, you remember. I didn't see the newer version by Tyler Perry, but you remember Indecent Proposal.
Yes. Yes.
Woody Harrelson was a complete nut, wondering what the fuck Demi was doing with Robert Redford. You know what I'm saying?
All he thought about was that $1 million, and they were thinking about ways in which they could kind of get like a better financial situation because they was like in debt. They was going to the casino, losing money, and I mean they was literally losing everything. And they had a proposal of a lifetime. And then as the helicopter was going off, he kind of had this last second regret, like, oh man, I don't think I want to do it no more. So he went out into the helipad. The helicopter was going off, and he like, oh fuck. I mean, what have I done?
What have I done? And
Yeah.
that's when you think about it. That's when you think, especially, you know, because a lot of men, we talk that tough shit, but we love these women as much as they love us. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, of course.
And if you
Yeah.
really love that, if you truly love that woman, and they don't understand how we can be like, man, let's have a threesome with another chick, because you don't give a fuck about this other girl. You know what I'm saying? Even if you did, a man can show a woman, I don't think about her. But when you think of your woman going off to somewhere else, it's like it put, you know, it's always the double standard. And I hear a lot of women say it's okay to have two women, but it ain't okay to have two men.
Yeah, I
You
mean,
know,
if
but
it's two men, it's not a threesome.
it's a train.
It's a train gangbang, right?
It's a game bang. And
It's,
and
I mean,
I
the
mean,
same
you be laughing,
situation but different name. You know what I'm saying?
exactly, because it's I would always say it's more sensual or whatever when it's two women. I always say it's like an art to it.
Okay.
But
No.
but with two men, it's more rugged. So you know what I'm saying? That's how you get like, oh, that's a beautiful threesome because it's so smooth, elegant, and
You,
this and
you,
that.
you
The
see,
two
when
went
it's two women, it's like Picasso, but when it's two
Picasso.
men, it's like graffiti on a New York subway train. You know what I'm
That's the best analogy I can give you.
saying?
Because you like, man, that shit look. You like that shit look right, yeah, but they fucking up the subway.
Right.
But if you saw that same Picasso when you at the art museum or you see it up in the gallery and you just out with a woman, like, oh, that's beautiful. Look how they. You don't see two men like that. You know what I'm saying?
Right, right, right.
And it's like that same canvas is my fucking wife that you painting on. You know what I'm saying?
Right, right.
And so that's why I look at, and I hate that it's a double standard. I do, but I understand why it's a double standard because I'm
Mhm.
on that side where I feel it.
Right.
You know. So I don't know if I can, like I said, I don't know if I can honestly say I'll be with it. It's something that's always that's got to be spoken to and talked about. But like I say, I seen this couple that's doing it, and it seemed like they really happy. Like I don't.
Right.
I mean, I know they're not gonna say it's fucked up or I regret it, but the way they move and stuff, you just consider like, okay, they do their thing though.
Right.
And that's the thing when it's
Right.
like that, like you said, is she for the streets, he for the streets. And they
Mm.
still do, and I know they still do have threesomes together. But like with the guy, we know to be laying on the couch after a hard day work, and your wife be like, all right, baby, I'm finna go.
Man.
And you're like, man, this nigga finna
Like,
go, she finna go get piped down.
right, right.
It's a different mentality for us. And I'm pretty sure you just gotta be mentally strong. Like you said earlier, you gotta be mentally strong to do it. And I'm not saying people can't do it.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Yeah.
I got into it with somebody not too long ago at work about the situation. And then you hate to bring up the Bible and the Old Testament. And you be like, well, he had 5 or 6 wives. You know, that was in the Bible. And they be like, nah, you know, people
Yeah,
get
people
so
pick and choose what they want to take up from the Bible anyway, man. So
right.
yeah,
They do. It's like a straight buffet. They pick and choose what pertains to them to make them feel better to go in their lane.
right.
But you can, and it's not just with the wives. You can pick a lot of things in the Bible and bring them up, and it'll totally disagree. You know, it'll totally be against what somebody' judgment is, and they be like, "Oh, you're a non-believer. You just it doesn't mean that." And like I said, it's so broad. Anybody can like take it in and get 40 different things out of a whole chapter. You know what
Okay.
I'm saying? You can.
Yeah.
I done heard pastors in my day say the same verse and tell me 6 different things. I didn't say they all 6 was wrong, but I can tell you out the 6 of them, 5 of them was 3 or 4 of them was totally not in the same breath with the other 3 or 4. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I got you. Mm.
So the same thing with that when you talk to them, oh well, he had wives and they lived this type of life. Yeah, that was like Sodom and Gomorrah. That whole lifestyle got banished. I mean, yeah, they got banished, but before that, everybody else was living it up, and it was in the Bible, and it wasn't frowned upon.
Right. Yeah. Because like if you think about it, like as far as marriage today, all marriage is pretty much a literal filing cabinet so that we can know about bloodlines and lineages. You know what I'm saying? Be,
I feel you.
because because without marriage, as far as some like having all these restrictions on, okay, you can only have one wife, but in certain parts of the world, you can have several wives, but that will never happen in as far as Western U.S. So,
Yeah,
but
like
yeah,
do they still practice that out there, like in Saudi, right out there in Arabia, things like that out there,
I believe so.
Dubai. I think so. Like, yeah, they
Yeah,
got what? It was
yeah.
something I was Africa too, believe it or not. Like Africans have that. She was showing me something one day on Facebook. This guy was showing all his wives, and he was saying all his kids.
It's more of a Muslim culture.
Muslim, and then
There's a lot of Muslims in Africa as well.
the what's that? The Mormon on the Mormon
The
life.
Mormon,
They
yeah,
they live like that too.
yeah,
And
but they're like non-state sanctioned marriages though.
yeah, I know. It's
Yeah,
still illegal in Utah,
right.
but they have it. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But I'm saying, and it's different strokes for different folks. I'm the type of person. I'm at the point now, Rob. It's like when you talk about your sexual preference or what you into, what you not into. All I hear is like women like, or some men to be like, it's like you 60 years old. What the fuck you mean?
Yeah.
You've been just a traditional person your whole motherfucking life. It's like
Yeah.
people quick to judge what your lifestyle is, or what your preference is, or what you, and that's the whole, and that's why still to this day a lot of men scared to come out. It's a lot of women, and women to this day still. I mean, it's more prevalent, like with the bisexual women, but it's still women that's still on the down low because they so worried about what the next woman gonna say about her.
Speaking of sexual preference, that kind of segues into our next topic, which is the Bumble app. Right now, are you familiar with Bumble?
No, what's that?
Yeah, Bumble.
No,
Bumble is like
I
a
just learned
Tinder.
Facebook, nigga.
Oh, okay.
Look, I
Yeah,
just
that's
learned
right. That's right.
Facebook.
That's right.
Yeah, I'm just learning Facebook, nigga. Shit.
Yeah, yeah. Bumble is pretty much like a dating app in which like the women are like allowed. Well, actually, it's for women to initiate contact first, right?
Okay.
So basically, what they're doing now is that if there's like men on their profiles that's like stating specific preferences, like I'd rather have like a slender woman, I'd rather have a beautiful woman, I don't want a fat woman or a trans woman. If they have those type of things in their profiles, Bumble is literally purging those accounts. I mean, which is to me discrimination. And they are doing a disservice to women because they don't want men to like be truthful or what they're really looking for. I mean, all men trying to do is not waste their fucking time and and
Yeah.
and, and to not be catfish because you pretty much kind of open up yourselves, well, themselves to like be catfish more because hey, because if you can't state certain preferences because they're gonna purge your account, I mean, it's gonna be a literal free for all.
Yeah. You gonna make yourself into whatever this person wants you to
Exactly,
be. Yeah.
exactly. And it's gonna be that one time in which obviously if you're a heterosexual male, you don't want nothing to do with no trans women, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it's going to be situations in which trans women are going to be praying after these heterosexual men, and once like upon finding out that they aren't who they supposed to be, then some serious things may happen. I mean, the bar
Uh,
is so low right now. I am so glad that we are like out of the dating market because honestly, we don't have a dog in the fight. I mean, we really don't have to talk about this shit, but we don't have a dog in the fight. But yeah, I lost my train of thought.
but what
Uh,
I'm saying with that situation though, not trying to cut you off, let you get
hey, go
back
ahead.
to thinking about it. But like you said, that'll bring up now. He upset. He got a trans woman in there. I like I said, I love every race, every creed.
Yeah,
I don't have a problem with no fucking body and what you believe in, what you into. It don't make me shit. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't have nothing pertaining to me. But like I said, we have no dog in this race. But I hear a lot of trans women get killed off shit like that.
right,
They been
right.
killed. And I hate that. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, they people too. They do what they do. I mean, they have their lane. They do
Mm-hmm.
have men, that want to fuck with them. They have women that want to fuck with them.
Right,
So
right.
they have their own lane too. It's just like you say with the prejudice about they look like we was talking about the Bible with the buffet. The same way y'all pick and choose what y'all like and love in the Bible, do it that with your life as well.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? If you want to, you can't take the Bible literally. You can't. It's always a great area in love and relationships as well.
Yeah,
If
and
you
plus,
like,
and plus, the Bible was written by man anyway, so
right,
it's
so
always it's always going to be flawed
right,
anyway.
flawed is imperfect. Everybody know that, but
Yeah,
some people will take that Bible and preach it to you word for word, and you be like, you believe in all this shit. You know what I'm saying? And not saying, you know what I'm saying? But it's like, come on now.
if you're
But
preachy with it though, as long as you live in by your principles like to the T from what the Bible says, then I mean I can only respect that. So,
I can't do that but respect it neither.
hmm
But like I say, that's what that person is. Just like with your sexuality or whatever your orientation, whatever you and your wife, whatever you and your girlfriends, whatever you people are into. If it's helping you, if it keeps you happy,
hmm
then do it. Because I hear a lot of people say gay marriage and stuff. They said a lot of comedians, Chris Rock, like they deserve to be unhappy too. If two motherfuckers want to be together, be mad at each other, two of the same sex, let them do it.
be
Because
careful what you wish
motherfucker,
for.
right? If they don't think they don't have fucking relationship problems because they gay or because this guy
Speaking of
with a
that,
trans. You know what I'm saying?
speaking of that, as far as between lesbian women, like a feminine woman with a dyke woman,
Yeah,
most of those relationships are like resulting in more domestic violence cases versus
yeah,
heterosexual couples,
it
but they don't
is.
talk about that.
Yeah, it is. It's one of them quiet. We know it's happening, but don't nobody talk about it because she chose that life type shit. But it happens.
A dyke wanted to fight me in the club because I was talking to a woman. Well, right, I was talking to a woman. Like, actually, this was at the Green Dolphin off Elston up north.
Shout out to the Green Dolphin, man.
Oh man, one of the best clubs I've been to. But yeah,
Oh
man,
man,
like,
very smooth upscale. I miss it.
yeah, man, I was just trying to spit my game to this chick, and I mean, she ain't say that a woman was there in the club. I mean, she was engaged in a conversation,
Right,
but a dyke girlfriend came up to me talking about I was disrespectful. I'm like, first of all, I didn't even know that like you was her woman. Like, calm
right.
down. Like, I mean,
And
now
they
that
need
I
to
know,
understand that I can
now that
fall back.
now that I know, I will right exactly. I would gladly fall back.
But they more or less sometimes want to prove a point. Some studs. I'm at the point where you know me. I'm cool with studs too. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I don't have no disagreement with anybody into. So like you said, that shit happened. But you look at the stud like, hey, mom, she beautiful. I didn't know what the situation was.
Yes,
Y'all, the more I look at y'all more built for each other than I am. Blow some smoke up the bitch ass. Shit like that. It's like sometimes you just gotta do that to avoid stuff. But they need to understand, like any man, hell, I take my wife out and we at the bar, I go somewhere, somebody shooting they fucking shot. You know what I'm saying? It's like
mm-hmm.
it's just when you come back, you gotta understand that.
Right, right,
And and like you say, she engaged with you. So what was you supposed to do? Y'all both shooting the shit. You know what I'm
right,
saying?
exactly. Yeah,
That's when you almost want to look at the stud and be like, check your bitch. You know what I'm saying? Like how you would do a nigga. You mad
exactly.
at me, your chick hollering at me,
Yeah,
so
yeah, man. Hey, well said, well said. Did you hear about Jared Dudley's book that he wrote?
Mm-mm.
Yeah, man. He wrote a
I'll be
book.
trying to get in. I'll be trying to catch up with the Joneses on Twitter and everything. I miss a lot of shit, especially especially with Tom Brady playing this weekend. You know, my man been focused on the game. But go
Oh
ahead.
yeah, totally understandable because once the Super Bowl is done, then I'll be focusing more on the NBA between Monday up until NBA Finals. So, but yeah,
Exactly. And I can focus on a lot more shit. But yeah, what Jared Dudley say? What is that? What are you
yeah,
talking
like
about?
yeah, in passing, because I follow Fox Sports Radio on YouTube channel because they be having like the Odd Couple, Doug Gottlieb, Michael Miller, I believe, Clay
Mm-hmm.
Travis. So I really saw all types of shows. But Jared Dudley, he wrote a book about the bubble. Now, mind you, it's only a 42-page book, right?
All
For,
right. So
what
it's a fucking cartoon, but it's for kids.
it's literally like a research paper. I've written
Yeah.
research papers in college longer than Jared
That's
Dudley's
longer
book.
than right than the
Yeah.
book, right? So
So basically, he insinuated about how people really don't respect Paul George, and they can understand if Kawhi was to talk shit because he actually earned his status to like talk shit, and they don't mind Patrick Beverly talking shit because they actually respect him. I mean, they know he about that life, but as far as Paul George, like NBA players really don't like Paul George. I mean, I really don't get what is all the smoke with Paul George. I mean, honestly, I think he wrote this book by direction of your boy LeBron Ramon James.
fuck out of here.
Now it's easy to talk shit now that they won a championship, but
Right.
prior to that, prior to the playoffs even fucking starting, everybody thought that the Clippers was pretty much going to likely beat the Lakers and finally win it. As far as like the little brother in LA finally winning the championships. We all thought that for the most
N-
part.
not
For the
all of
most part.
us. Okay.
For the most part, but
For the most part, I give you that. I really true that it was a lot of Clippers fans out there. There's
yeah,
you Lakers going down, and not to. I want you to continue it, but I feel like the Clippers are better suited this year to beat the Lakers than last year. But go ahead.
yeah. So I'm just trying to figure out like why all the smoke for like Paul George, because obviously I think LeBron's still salty that like
He didn't come to
Paul.
LA.
Right. And
I
and
can
and
I,
and,
I
and
can
and now
understand
that
that.
and now that he has Anthony Davis and they finally won a championship, as far as with Davis and James together, I mean, now you can kind of like talk all this type of cash shit after the fact.
But
So
you're supposed to talk this shit because the Clippers talked shit the whole season last year. I mean,
I
they went through quarantine.
right.
They was talking months when the month they didn't play. As soon as they got in the bubble, they was talking shit. Like, you know
Here's
what I'm
the
saying?
thing, but
They really thought they was that cold. And and,
right.
and, when, I, and when
That's
let
true.
me get it,
That's
but
true.
let me say this: I as a basketball fan, I love Paul George.
Yeah.
I did. I really wanted him to come to the Lakers.
Dog, me and you were very high on Paul George when he was the number two guy behind Danny Granger.
Is
Remember?
that dude? Yeah, I'm like Paul George. To me, Paul George a hooper,
Oh,
and
right,
I know he'll
exactly.
bust, and he will bust your ass.
Mm-hmm.
To see him hit the side of the backboard on the shot against Denver, seeing him some games he
I
disappear.
mean, you
He
know
do
what?
disappear. I think
People constantly reference that, but like the game was already lost. He just threw some shit up. It just hit the
dude,
side of the backboard. I mean, I know it's like a
we played.
symbolism of like, oh man, he hit the
He
side of the
can't handle it.
backboard. Right, this
He can't
motherfucker
handle it.
garbage. Right. I
Doug
understand that.
Christie. Doug Christie. Game 7.
Yes.
Sacramento and the Lakers.
Right.
He was open to shoot the game winning shot. Dude, that ball looked like a medicine ball. And while you watching it, he's shooting it like it's a fucking medicine ball. It hit the side of the backboard. You knew he didn't want to shoot that fucking shot.
And what did Barkley say about players playing on Game 7?
What'd he say?
He
What?
he said something like their asses are so tight you can't even get a jackhammer through there. Man, I
And
love
he
Charles
totally
Barkley.
right.
Yeah.
And I love Charles because trust me. If you could get into the mental of people like James Harden and
Yeah.
some of these players, man, they fucking spook. And that's what
Yeah.
and that's maybe Paul George don't have that yet. You know what I'm saying? And you can't say that because I done seen him bust people ass when he was with the Pacers.
As a matter of fact, man, from this point in his career, he shouldn't even fucking be here. You know what I'm saying? His leg was snapped in two.
They don't, and see,
You know
that's
what
what
I'm
I'm
saying?
saying. He done just like they gave Alex Smith
The comeback player, yeah.
comeback player of the year. Gee, I felt the same way with PG, man. His shit was fucked up, man.
Man,
And then,
it's a
hey, and he
miracle.
still
It's a
that he
miracle that
walking.
right. It's right. It's a miracle that that he's playing on the all-star level. And he was like number 2 MVP a couple years ago. So yes, he worked
Dude,
his ass off to like get up to this point, but
I
people still don't
respect him.
respect him like that.
They don't respect him. I look like I say when he come to Jared Dudley, you could write a fucking 75-page book, nigga, over Paul George. I'm gonna run with Paul George. Like I don't know what was his calling or whatever for writing a book about PG.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean it's just players. Some players don't like certain players in the league.
Yeah. I
You
mean,
know, some players don't.
you mentioned how like the Clippers like talk cash shit. I totally get that. But all of that smoke was like geared towards, oh no, Paul George is talking all this shit. Now Montrezl Harrell was talking shit. Pat Bev was talking shit. What's his name? Williams? Lou Williams. Lou
Lil
Williams.
Lou.
I
Yeah, he
mean,
was shit. He was saying slick. He was saying his little slick shit too.
the only person who really wasn't talking shit was Kawhi.
Exactly. And that's
You know what
because
I'm
that
saying?
ain't his type. And that's because
Right,
that's not his
exactly.
demeanor.
Yeah.
But yeah, they
Yeah.
are. I mean, they talking shit to
Dame.
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 They
Yeah.
talk shit like they really was like, and you know, okay, they shit talkers. At the end of the day, they lost to Denver. Like I said, they didn't even make it to the Western Conference Finals. I look back at them now. Like I said, this year I think they will make it to the conference. Believe it or not, I think they probably can make it to the Western Conference Finals
Now, do you
against
think
the
that
Lakers.
can they go to the NBA Finals and play Brooklyn?
I would think so. I honestly I look at the East too. I mean, Milwaukee look okay at times. I love Boston, but they look okay. Boston is like they the team that they got talent, but nobody's scared of them. Kind of like Milwaukee.
I always
I
think that
don't think nobody's
Milwaukee.
scared of Milwaukee, man.
I think Milwaukee is missing one piece. They always missing one piece.
No matter what they do, it's like y'all not. And then looking at Brooklyn, god damn, dude. If you get Kyrie on the motherfucking just sticking the basketball,
Mm-hmm.
Harden ain't got to worry about fucking choking no more. Cause you got a nigga on your team.
You got two
Well, you got
motherfuckers
two
that will shoot
niggas on
that
your
shot.
team that's gonna shoot that shot. They not
Mm-hmm.
scared. They ass ain't gonna be tight. They ready.
They just need better defense.
They need better. And
Yeah.
see, you lose that when you lose Levert and Allen. And that's
Mm-hmm.
the thing about I like Hart. Well, I'm not fond of Harden, but I know he an all star. You know, I'm not gonna hate on a nigga say he can't hoop,
He a hooper.
but
Yeah.
he a hooper. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? But that defense that you lost, that team was perfect. I really believe they was perfect as it is.
Mm-hmm.
And if they don't make it to the finals, I really will say it was because of the trade.
Okay.
I think they gave up too much. Just because, like I said, just loving them players, man. Them boys, the boys can hoop. Levert
yeah.
can hoop. Allen was a hooper. You know, and then I'm hearing they trying to get Kevin Love now. So
Yeah. So depending on when the trading deadline is, because it's usually like in February, like near
right.
All Star break. So
Yeah.
and probably the All Star game likely won't happen.
Well, they got it March 7th. They got it.
March 7th. Okay, cool.
Yeah,
Okay.
they got a date for it. But LeBron even said he'll be there if he's voted in, but mentally he not. They need a breath. And I really believe that. You know, let some of these other stars let them shine. Let them Trey Youngs shine out. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
let Zach LaVine play and
Oh, yeah, because
yeah,
he a hooper. And then on the
yeah.
West, man, let Luka and them run that shit. Let
Mm-hmm.
Steph get back out there. So he's showing everybody that he's still a bona fide top 5 player.
Exactly. Yeah,
You
I
know what I'm
get that.
saying?
I get
He
that.
went for 52 last night. I think 54 last night. They lost. But shit, it wasn't because of him.
Yeah,
And I mean,
Oubre, he kind of went off against Dallas as well last week.
yeah, that the other game. Yeah, my
Yeah.
thing is, if they had Klay Thompson,
Mm.
they still be a fucking problem. Like if Klay can come back, and I hate to say another year, they shit.
If the playoffs started, I believe they'll be a 7 or 8 seed. So I
Yeah, I
mean,
mean they'll be in the playoffs.
they
They
are
doing
playing
it.
good basketball. So
And
yeah.
and I gotta give Steve Kerr credit for coaching. I guess you can't coach if you ain't got fucking nobody out there.
Mm-hmm.
But with a star, all you need is a star and a half. Him and Draymond, and then you know what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
He I'm gonna say he making good moves. He making great moves.
Awesome, man. All right,
Yeah.
finally, man. The 55th Super Bowl, man. Tampa Bay and Kansas City Chiefs. So, how would the game play out for you, in your opinion?
I I don't wanna have a fucking stroke or a heart attack. So I wouldn't mind if Tampa Bay won by 30. But if it's
Damn.
the close game, if it was a close game, I mean I got Tampa Bay hands down. Love Patrick Mahomes. I love Kansas City. Remind me of the St. Louis Rams.
Yeah,
They
the
can
greatest show
score
on
like
turf.
fucking that.
Yeah.
And I like them. I don't dislike them at all. I like them. I love Andy Reid. Last year I was so happy for him because he
Oh
deserved a
yes,
championship.
yes, he did.
And it was a good game. Everybody asked for a good game. Hey, I just want Tom Brady to have 7 rings.
Okay, now would 7 rings make him the greatest athlete ever?
People gonna start arguing. No, it's still gonna be Mike. But I'm gonna tell you this: if Tom win or lose this year, I believe Tampa Bay gonna be a better team next year. And that's the crazy part. I believe they'll have the OTAs. That's why people. It's a guy at my job, man. Tom Brady ain't the greatest. Even then, he said it was all Belichick. And then I asked him, "Well, what Belichick at now?" He started asking me, "Oh, you're not a Patriot fan." I'm still a diehard Patriot fan, but Belichick, him and Tom Brady went 7. First off, Belichick didn't want Tom Brady back. It's not like Tom Brady wanted to leave.
For the past 3 years, Belichick really
Right.
didn't want Brady.
He didn't want him there. And that's what I'm trying to tell. But some people talk out their ass, so they're not really sports fans, so don't know what the fuck. They go by ESPN. They go by a 20-minute segment on
People just
ESPN.
like to argue and really don't know the actual like nuances and facts about
Right.
situations. So yeah, I totally
And
get
I
that.
and I told the guy I can't argue with a motherfucker. He's an older cat. What the fuck am I arguing with somebody that I can tell he Tom Brady left New England like he was on his high horse. No, he wasn't. And then when everybody else agreed, you try to find something else to argue with. You get them clowns all the time. But
That's why
what
you
I'm
don't
saying,
argue with fools, man, because from a distance you don't know who is who.
you don't know who is who.
Shout out to Jigga.
Shout out to Jay. Shit, you don't know who is who, and it's like that's what I'm saying. I've said another Jay-Z quote. They was like, "Well, Mahomes, he the greatest in the world. He the greatest. He the GOAT of all time." I say, how he the GOAT? How he trying to be the GOAT, but he's still playing the GOAT.
He
Jay
playing
Z say,
he's right now playing to go. Yeah.
Jay Z say, I'm the best. He said, here's the reason why. Everyone to be Hove, but Hove's still alive. I mean, when you say shit like that, it's like he want to beat Tom Brady, but he's still playing Tom Brady.
Man, that's
So
just
how in the
strong.
Super Bowl, like how can you he the GOAT, but he's playing with who everybody else says is the GOAT right now. And like I
Right.
said, barring injury, I really want to see Tampa come back next year. I think with Drew Brees gone, I'm pretty sure Sean Payton has something up his sleeve because he always do a great coach. But I see Tampa going back. Tampa defense gonna be better. I really think they'd be with Todd Bowles still being there, Brian Leftwich there. I really think Tampa Bay would be better. I didn't think I
I
wanted Tampa
mean,
Bay
you
to
can't
make some
sleep on
noise this
Green
year.
Bay. You can't sleep on Green Bay.
Yeah, you can't,
And
but they starting to be like that Philadelphia Eagles. They can make it to the championship
yeah,
game and can't get
yeah.
over that hump. That's the only thing with them. I
Yeah,
mean,
but Aaron just won MVP, so he's still playing on top of his game. I don't think Donovan was like ever like an MVP type of player, so that's why it was always a ceiling when they went to the championship game. Yes, they went over hump only one time.
right, I see what you're saying.
So
But it wasn't like he could really get them over there. And Aaron Rodgers can get them over there. I don't give a fuck what you say. It's the end of the year. He was the MVP in my eyes.
yeah,
I wouldn't have drafted no fucking quarterback over a wide receiver. And I know they got some good fast receivers. The receiver core that was out in the NFL this year, all these receivers,
mm-hmm.
CD Lambs and all these motherfuckers, Gee, they should have got a wide receiver to go with Devontae Saint.
Yeah,
And that I'm
man.
not a Green Bay fan, but
Yeah, man. Justin Jefferson, Chenault from Jacksonville.
I mean,
Who
from
else?
Minnesota.
Right,
Minnesota, you mean?
right.
That
I'm saying
motherfucker's
Justin
a
Jeff.
killer.
Yeah, I mean, dog, they lost Diggs, and it's like the offense really didn't miss a beat because
He
he
didn't miss a
actually,
fucking beat.
yeah, he snapped big time. So
And I love the fact that them trades work for both teams. Shout out when it worked for both teams. That's a straight shout out, man.
exactly, yeah,
They got Diggs and put them over the map and put them on the map. And Buffalo got some years. They got a great quarterback. Now he got somebody they can really throw to. And like I say, Minnesota, he broke motherfucking Randy numbers, man, as a rookie. Like the little nigga cold as hell.
yeah,
I
yeah,
still
man.
would have gave Justin Herbert the offensive player, the rookie of the year though. Offensive
Oh,
rookie of the year.
oh, okay.
Because I watched him, man. You know how we always picking Keenan Allen and Mike Evans as our wide receivers in
Mm-hmm.
all drafts, in all our
Yeah,
fantasy drafts.
yeah,
That boy got right in there and was ready. You know what
yeah,
I'm saying?
yeah. He was ready.
Much love to him, man. Much love to all the players going through the COVID shit in NFL players. I know some people don't agree with all these players out here playing and stuff, but believe you me, if we didn't have sports right now, we all would be fucking going crazy. We can't go nowhere. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man.
And
As
just
far
to
as
have that to get away, the sports to get away, like we really need that. I respect. I think there's more as much as an essential quantity out here as our doctors out here that's on the front line.
mm-hmm.
They taking care of us on that perspective, and the sports is really taking care of us after we go to work and can't do shit and come home. You know what I'm
Yeah, it's
saying?
more of a moral situation.
Yeah.
Well, not moral per se, but it's a just a mental pickup. You know what I'm saying? Like you just need some type of like something just to look forward to. But
Some sanity, something, you know what I'm saying?
right. So like as far as sports related, I mean, like the Last Dance documentary, that actually kind of took us like the first 5 weeks as far as like, hey, we got something to look forward to on Sundays, and that shit
Exactly.
that shit was very high rated. So hey man,
Right, because we need that.
I asked y'all I asked one of y'all last week to give me a beauty of the week. Do you have one this week?
You know what? Okay, let me give her name. Her last name. I want to give it because she's an attractive lady, white lady, the first female referee to do a Super Bowl. Her name's Sarah. I can't think of her last name right now.
You know what? I read something on her as far as like they're gonna like allow her ponytail to like show or something like that.
Yeah. She's you know what I'm saying? Women still breaking barriers in sports, whether it be basketball, coaching and basketball, refereeing. She's the beauty of the week. And maybe when you come back and edit this up, if you could just put a picture of her, man.
Yeah.
Beautiful white lady. She's got a daughter that looks up to her. She got a lot of women, black, white, all races looking up at her to be hosting her first Super Bowl, man. And like I say, she's sexy. She cute. She got a nice little sex appeal going on for herself. And she's the beauty of the week. We didn't say it had to be in a certain race. It's just who you think beautiful. She attractive. She doing a goddamn thing out here in the Super Bowl 55, the first female referee.
Awesome.
You know what I'm
Okay.
saying?
Okay, I can
Much
get with
love
that.
to her, man. Much
All
love to
right.
her. Miss Sarah. I can't think of your last name. I just saw a report on you, but
All right.
yeah,
Congratulations, Miss Sarah from the CornaStore podcast. You are our fourth booty of the week. So congratulations to you.
for sure, boy.
Like, cool, man. Well, I'm not sure what happened with the other two fellas, man, but hey, I had a good show, man. We got like
Good show.
a lot of topics that we kind of covered, and yeah, man, appreciate it. And so obviously you got Tampa Bay, so I got the Kansas City Chiefs. So I think it's gonna be a close game because Brady, he is an X factor,
Yeah.
and I can't imagine like the game getting out of hand like that while Brady's at quarterback. So overall, it's gonna be a close game, but Kansas City's gonna end up pulling it off.
It'll be Gronk to great, Brady to Gronk, maybe twice. And I think that'll push us over. I want to see Gronk with 2 touchdown grabs.
Interesting.
And
Okay.
of course Mike Evans with his one. But he gotta go 108. And you gotta somehow stop Tariq and Kelsey. I think I could live with their running game the way Dominic and Sue and them can hold the trenches down. But
Mm-hmm.
Kelsey and Tariq, man, Harmon too, but Tariq and Kelsey, man, they got two gangsters. They got dogs.
I
You know
mean,
what I'm saying? I respect them.
Sammy Watkins don't
Sammy
slouch.
playing, and that's the
Don't
thing.
slouch. Yeah.
Sammy, he the fucking third, fourth option. He the fastest nigga out there. Him and Harmon, shit.
Yeah, and don't forget, Sammy was a first round pick just a few years ago.
Yeah, but we got
So
Antonio out there. Antonio playing today.
yeah, man. Hey, it's a lot of
We,
star power, man. Yeah, Super Bowl
it's a lot.
55.
It should be a great Super Bowl. It really should, man. So, you know, I be texting you and calling you during the Super Bowl, man.
Okay.
The corner store. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to everybody, like my boy Rob say. Like, subscribe, hold it down. The corner store, we here. We catch y'all next week, man.
Y'all be safe out there. All right, man. Sign it off. All right,
Signing
bro.
out, G.
All
All
right,
right,
one.
one.